Good morning from Central Virginia, and today I'm going to talk about lettuce. Let us have lettuce. And this year I'm really making a very concerted effort to be very intentional with my succession planting so that I have lettuce coming in all throughout the season, at least until it gets too warm for it. I may even try growing some in the summer underneath some other taller plants just for shade to see if it works. But I want to just show you what the lettuce looks like at different stages of the game so you can kind of get an idea of how to space them and how succession planting works. Succession planting, as you probably know, is simply just, continually planting and replanting crops so that you have a continual supply of whatever it is. In this case, lettuce. Now, I grow a lot of different kinds of lettuce. I use seeds that I've had previously. I use seeds that are new, and that way I'm always assured of something germinating. Lettuce is a cool weather crop. It likes to germinate in the cool. So once the temps get way, way, way warm, it's a little bit, it's too much. I have been primarily germinating mine in the house and then setting them out as the weather warms up. They can take the sun. So let's go ahead and take a look at lettuce in various stages of growth in my two gardens, my kitchen garden where I'm standing now, and also in my lower garden. This is my main lettuce bed. Well, actually, I have two main lettuce beds, and it's interplanted with radishes, the early radishes, and a bit of spinach. So these in the front, and this is the speckled bib there. These were all planted last fall, and they sprouted and grew a little bit, but remained relatively small during the winter. And then as the weather began to warm up and the sun became more extensive, after the winter solstice, they began to grow, and I have literally been eating on these pretty much all winter and spring long. I've been treating them as a cut and come again. So these were planted in the fall and they have overwintered, and eventually they will bolt. So at that point, I'll have other ones ready to pop in here and go. Now these little lettuces are Merlot lettuces, and they were planted in March 6th. So this is about a month of growth on these, primarily inside, and I planted them out, about a week ago. Beside it are these little, what are these? These are the drunken woman lettuce. You can see that they're quite small, but this is a very nice loose leaf lettuce that I love to grow. Now you may think that this is a very funny looking lettuce, and it is. And this is what I did with this one is I did a complete cut and come again by chopping it off way down low, and now it's regrowing ahead here. So that'll be, that was one that I planted earlier this year. And here's more speckled bib coming up right here. That was from the early March indoor planting. This is my brassica tent, and I have some lettuces that I just tucked in here because they'll be done by the time the brassicas are really coming up. These are red sail, and these were planted in about March 1st and then transplanted out here about 3 weeks ago. So they're really taking off now. I have additional lettuces back in this bed. This is Crawford Bib lettuce, I believe. Yes, Crawford Bib. I really love this lettuce. And this is the first lettuce that I planted indoors, and it was planted probably around the end of February and planted out, it was planted the second week of February and then planted out about the second week of March, and it has been growing quite well. It's really starting to take off now. Over on this, I have a cut and come again mix from M.I. Gardner that I just direct sowed, and this has been in there for about 2 weeks. It's had a little bit of a hard time because things kept digging up, but we've got some nice growth here, different varieties growing all together. Now I'm just in a little bit of my lettuce patch that's in my lower garden. I don't have a whole lot of lettuce down here, but I did put a little bit in. I just tuck it in here and there. These are red sails, and this is lettuce that was planted in the fall and has overwintered. And in the back are more of the Crawford Bib that you saw up in my kitchen garden. So these were planted pretty early. And I have just planted out a few little other ones here to fill in around the bits and pieces. The way I do it is I will have I'll usually use a square of 6, and I'll plant 2 of each variety and put about 3 seeds of each in. So you can see that this is some Simpson lettuce on the left, Merlot in the center, and red sales, and these were planted on March the 14th. So these are about 3 weeks old. They grow very slowly at first, but then they'll take off. Planted 2 weeks after that on March 28th. Here are Simpson Elite and Merlot and Pablo Batavian, but they're not coming up quite yet, but these have just started to sprout. And over here are some salad bowls, some red sales, and more drunken woman. And we've got some early sprouts here. So these will be not going into the ground probably until the end of April. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this little tour de lettuce. And don't forget to like and please consider subscribing to help me grow my channel. I hope you're well. Take care. Bye.